How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Just Nobody's Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan.
And I'm your host, Daniel.
And today we're doing a podcast.
Woo!
If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. It's the button with the thumbs up. You know what I'm talking about, Daniel? The thumbs up? The one that, like, on the...
Oh, yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, so the one with this thumb, like this. You just kind of, like, go, touch it, or you move your mouse and click it.
Yeah.
Or, like, something bad will happen. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
You know the curse of the not liking button?
Yeah. Oh, you
good.
don't want to mess with that.
You don't want to. So if you don't mind, I would appreciate it. I'm sure you appreciate it.
I would highly appreciate it.
Also, comment what you want us to talk about next week. You're going to see throughout this video, we took your guys' suggestions from last week, and we're going to talk about it this week. So let's get into it.
There's a crazy theory about Will's future for Season 5.
All I know is that I think Season 5 is going to be really dark for Will.
Yeah, and we learned so much about Vecna's story in Season 4, but we know that Will isn't much different from him.
Right.
And we also see how there's like different shots of Vecna that mirror Will. And for some reason, Will has always been a really big target of Vecna for the entire show. But there's actually a mirrored scene in Season 4 that foreshadows Will's future.
Oh gosh.
So when Vecna is showing Nancy what it was like when he was a child, we see that when he gets to the new house, we see his parents hugging each other and Vecna standing off to the side by himself. And if you look closely, this exactly mirrors the airport scene. We have Mike and Eleven hugging each other and Will standing off to the side.
Wait, so what does that foreshadow?
Okay, so we know Vecna and his mom didn't have the best relationship because she sensed that he was bad and he ended up killing her first before she could do anything. And we see in Season 4 that Will and Eleven don't have the best relationship either because he's jealous of her and she's constantly lying to Mike. So in Season 5, Will might be responsible for Eleven's death or maybe even be the one to kill her because we know that Will might be hiding more secrets. And there's gotta be more of a reason on why he's called Will the Wise, who's a wizard.
I mean, we know that Will is still connected to the Mind Flayer somehow, right? He has that sense.
Right. Now that he's back in Hawkins, he can definitely sense him.
And I'm pretty sure the Duffer Brothers said that Season 5 is going to revolve around Will.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so do you know the theory on how Vecna got his powers?
It is really weird how he got his powers because they never explained how he got them.
Yeah, and we know he's had them since he was young, and ever since he moved to Hawkins, that's when he started training and got more powerful.
Right.
But he also started to torment his mom, dad, and sister and made them see things that they feared because he said they were bad people. But Vecna explains that his mom blamed him for these things, and somehow she knew that he had powers. But it doesn't make sense that she blamed him for having powers if she didn't know people could possess these supernatural powers. So there's a theory that his mom actually has powers and passed it down to him.
How does Vecna's mom have powers?
Okay, so we know the Creel family moved to Hawkins after they got some money to have a fresh start. But what if they actually moved there to see Dr. Brenner? Because Vecna even says that his mother wanted him to see a specialist who happened to be Dr. Brenner, who also just happens to be an expert with superhuman abilities.
It is really weird how she knew to contact Dr. Brenner, like, of all people.
Right, and we know that Eleven was born with her powers and that her mom also had a little bit of powers who then passed it to Eleven. And if Vecna's mom knew about his powers and called Dr. Brenner about superhuman powers, she must know about them because she knows she's the one who passed it down to him. And this is probably why Vecna killed her first because she was the only one who knew the power he possessed.
It's going to be really interesting to see what they do in Season 5 with this character.
I'm gonna say this, okay? He's probably one of the greatest TV villains.
Whatever they do in Season 5 will make or break him because it is easy, I feel like, to be a villain in a situation where, like, everyone's scared of you and stuff in one season. But it's going to be interesting if they can really, drag it out a little bit longer.
But for them to be able to write seasons 1 through 4 and be able to tie Vecna's origin story like with all the seasons is pretty crazy.
It is crazy that they knew from the beginning where they were going to go.
Right. But have you heard of the theory on how Eddie will come back as a villain?
If they bring Eddie back and he's a villain, I think it's going to upset a lot of people.
I know. And like you said, Eddie's tattoos have foreshadowed his death with all the bats on his arm. But he actually has another tattoo that foreshadows that he's coming back.
I thought he only had the bats on his arm.
Okay, so if you look at Eddie's right arm, he actually has another tattoo, and it's only shown for like a brief second, but it's actually a puppet master. And this actually shows a larger connection to Vecna because we know Vecna was the puppet master throughout all the seasons. Like, we know he's controlled the Demogorgon and he controlled the Mind Flayer, but we also know he controlled Will, Billy, and all the people of Hawkins in season 3. So Eddie's tattoo literally shows that he will be Vecna's next puppet because we know if his bats tattoo had significance, we know the other ones will too.
I mean, you're not wrong. Vecna was definitely the puppet master like throughout the entire show.
Yeah, and the song that Eddie plays in the end is literally called Master of Puppets, literally showing that he could be the next puppet of Vecna. And I know you said he could be Cass and kill Vecna, but before Cass even killed Vecna in Dungeons and Dragons, he was actually his right-hand man.
See, I really hope that part right there isn't true.
I think a lot of people would be upset if Eddie came back as a villain.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people are desperate just to have him back, so I'm sure they'll be happy, I guess. Do you know about the group of kids that actually have real-life superpowers?
What do you mean real-life superpowers?
Okay, so apparently there's a school, okay, that has taught kids to unlock a certain part of their brain that have been able to have them have these special powers come out of them.
Okay, you need to stop it. There's no way.
Okay, I'm just telling you and reporting the news. I saw this on video and they caught it all on video.
Okay, what is this? The real life X-Men?
Yeah, so in England, this school teacher actually taught these kids to unlock a certain part of their brain that's been able to like allow them to see without being able to see. So like they put blindfolds on their face and their eyes, right? And they can still see.
What are you saying?
Yeah. So these kids can they can read, they can write, they can draw, they can do all these activities like kick a ball around while being blindfolded. And it's all on camera.
Dude, you can get out of here. No way.
Okay, I know it sounds crazy, but the lead teacher of the school said that when kids are the ages of 6 to 12, they actually have this ability inside like the left part of their brain that if they can unlock it, it allows them to be able to like see blindfolded and be able to do things that like normal people can't.
Dude, I don't think I believe this.
Yeah, even the news reporter didn't believe it, so they tested out the blindfolds and like, oh wow, it is actually like real blindfolds. And then they had the lead teacher like leave the classroom, right? And they get this whiteboard out and he starts writing words on the whiteboard in front of the kids. And the kids start guessing what he's saying and they guess it right. These kids could read the whiteboard without even seeing it. And then the guy starts like drawing pictures on the whiteboard and the kids start saying like, I know what's on the whiteboard, and they start saying it.
So it's like they have like a third eye.
Yeah, so like that's what they call it. They call it the third eye. The lead teacher's like, yeah, I've helped them unlock their third eye.
Dude, we gotta go check out this school.
I saw another video too where they actually taught kids like it's like the same program to be able to like levitate things.
Shut up.
And I don't know, like obviously it sounds hokey, right? It sounds really weird.
Yeah.
But when you start like looking at it, and if they allowed reporters to come in and like observe these kids and like test them, like it looks pretty real.
This is just crazy to me. I don't get it.
I mean, I don't understand the teachings. Like she didn't go into detail like what they teach the kids. It just shows the outcome of their teachings. Like look at what we were able to teach these kids to be able to do.
It's like they're teaching them X-ray vision.
Exactly, because there's even a clip where they're showing a bunch of colors, like color cards, and the kid's blindfolded. You can name every single color that the guy has.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's really strange.
Dude, this is freaky.
Do you know about the prison that lets their prisoners leave whenever they want?
What?
So in Finland, there's a prison that allows their prisoners to leave whenever they want, and like some of the prisoners have cars and they just go back and forth.
So is it because they did like a minor crime?
No, this guy's actually serving a life sentence for murder, and he's able to leave whenever he wants. Like the news reporter's following him around. They go out to the ice, have an ice plunge, like an ice bath. The guy's like showing how he can leave, go back and forth, and like no penalty.
So this guy killed someone and he's just able to leave whenever he wants.
Yeah. And they let them have like access to like VR technology, learn about computers, so they have like skills and like try to make them better.
Dude, this is crazy.
So the prison in Finland like believes that if they allow these people to have freedom and like the rights to be able to like leave when they please and like teach them new skills, it'll make them a better person, and in turn like help society not have as many like corrupt people.
I guess it is a really interesting concept, so hopefully it helps.
Dude, I wouldn't trust that system.
That's crazy.
If you are a killer, you should stay in prison.
Right.
Don't give them the freedom to leave.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
I hope it works out for you guys.
Oh my gosh.
I'm worried that people still commit crimes, you know?
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, I'll just go. Like, you commit a crime, they're going to be like, go back to jail. Okay. Goes back to jail. Leave whenever you want.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I'm back.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know about the new way they're going to start building cities and like they're going to change the way the earth is?
How?
So, you know, like as our population grows, there's only so much land on earth, right? So like in order to maximize space, they're going to have to change things up. So in Saudi Arabia, they're developing this new type of city called the line. And it basically condenses a city in a line. Instead of having the city spread out, it condenses it and it builds a city on top of each other. So it's one straight line where they're all stacked on top of each other. And it's stacked higher than the Empire State Building.
So it's just a huge line?
Yeah, so I saw a video by Engadget and they say it's a 170-kilometer line. And it's going to have over 9 million people living in this line. And it will have everything. It will have like businesses, schools, restaurants, everything that you need to survive is all going to be within the line. And they said, like, from your house, it's only a 5-minute walk to, like, everything you need. So you'll never have to leave anywhere outside of 5 minutes, really.
Okay, I guess it does utilize space better.
Exactly. It's just like Ready Player One. Remember, like, how they built, like, all the houses? They stack them on top of each other. So it utilizes one spot of land, but it goes straight up so you can have more in one spot. And they're going to also have AI technology where it's going to, like, allow people to, like, rail to one side to the other or, like, fly to the other side in under 20 minutes.
Wait, so when is this actually happening?
So it's going to possibly start in 2030, but this is going to happen in our lifetime. I mean, they also did simulations of cities in the United States, like New York City, and they showed what New York would look like if they created a line. And you can see how it allows more people to, like, live on Earth and allows the population to grow.
Dude, this is really crazy.
Yeah, but it's like good though.
Yeah.
Because as medicine gets better, right, and all these resources start coming, like, more easily accessible, it makes sense to utilize the land better so that we could have higher populations.
I mean, it is a really cool concept. It's like a big fish tank for people.
Do you know about the Nope theory?
Dude, Nope was actually a really good movie.
Yeah, so we all know that Jordan Peele puts, like, a lot of Easter eggs and symbolism throughout his movies that really make you question, like, what just happened? Do you know about the reason behind the standing up shoe?
Yeah, why was that shoe standing up?
So in this scene where we see Ricky as a young boy, also known as Jupe, where he's, like, sitting underneath the table hiding from Gordy, and we see, like, Gordy, like, demolishing the whole cast, and we see everything from Ricky's perspective, right? So we see Gordy going to town on everybody, but we also see the standing up shoe just sitting there, and that is what we call the bad miracle.
Wait, what do you mean by bad miracle?
So a bad miracle is, like, where we see the shoe standing up, like, it's unbelievable sight because it looks so unnatural and it's shocking, but at the same time we see Gordon killing people, which is tragic. So it's something that's really shocking while something tragic is happening at the same time. Just like how OJ's dad died from the coin falling from the UFO. Like, it's shocking, right, that the UFO is there, but tragic that the dad died from it. So that's a bad miracle. But this is what saved Ricky. See, while Ricky was focusing on the bad miracle of the shoe standing up, it prevented him from looking at Gordy in the eye. And even when Ricky's looking at Gordy in the eyes, there's, like, a translucent tablecloth that's green that he's looking through. So he's never directly looking at Gordy in the eye. And this foreshadows how to beat the UFO because you can't look at it. Just like how Ricky didn't look at Gordy.
Okay, after watching this, I was actually so shocked how much symbolism's in it.
Yeah, it seems like all throughout Jordan Peele's, like, films.
Yeah.
It really makes you think for weeks after you see it. Like, what did I just watch?
Right.
But it's amazing how good it is.
Within those weeks, right? It could be like the third week after seeing it, and you're still figuring out new stuff.
Right. There's a lot of stuff within Nope that I'm sure people are going to still be unraveling for, like, who knows when. Years.
Okay, do you know about the lady who solved her own murder after she was killed?
How does that even make sense?
So this was a lady named Teresita Bassa, who is actually a therapist in Chicago, and she was found dead in her burning apartment with all her jewelry stolen. And the police actually tried to track the stolen jewelry, but there was no leads anywhere. But Bassa also had a coworker named Remy Chua, who barely knew who Bassa was. But shortly after they found Bassa's body and the police started to give up, she actually started having nightmares about Bassa.
What kind of nightmares?
So Remy said that she would see Bassa in her nightmares and be able to talk to her. And Bassa literally told her how she was murdered and who murdered her.
There's no way that happened.
Okay, so Remy told the police exactly what Bassa told her in her nightmare. And she said the man that killed her was a man named Alan Showery, who was supposed to help her fix her TV, but ended up killing her and stealing all her jewelry. And at first, the police were very skeptical and they, like, didn't believe her at all. But then they actually looked into it and found Alan Showery. And when they found him, they saw his wife wearing Bassa's jewelry. So they then convicted him and he had to stay in prison for 14 years.
Dude, this is crazy. What the heck?
It's crazy, right? That she had the nightmare and then she was like, maybe this is something. And she went to go tell the police.
I still don't believe, like, how that happened.
Right?
Like, it seems like that would be, like, from a video game or, like, from a movie.
It doesn't make any sense.
There's a crazy Spider-Man theory about Secret Wars.
I cannot wait for Secret Wars.
So we all know in Spider-Man 3, we see how Tobey Maguire gets the symbiote black suit, right? And it enhances his powers, but it affects him emotionally and makes him, like, a really bad person.
Oh yeah, Bully Maguire, baby.
But what if I told you that we're going to see Tom Holland in the symbiote black suit in Secret Wars?
Oh, that's going to be so crazy.
So in the comics in 1984, we actually see Peter Parker get the black suit, and that was, like, the origin story of the symbiote suit. And it was in issue number 8 of Secret Wars. So in the comic, we see Peter Parker go to this machine, and it actually shoots this black goo on him, and that is the symbiote. And this enhances his powers and abilities, and this is what we're going to see in Secret Wars.
I mean, we also know, too, Andrew and Toby are probably going to be in Secret Wars.
Yeah, and it would make sense that Toby would be in Secret Wars to be able to tell Tom, like, hey, don't do this. I've used this suit before and it corrupted me. And there's a theory that we actually will see Toby and Andrew fight Tom in Secret Wars to have him stop using the black suit because Tom will be evil for a little bit.
Dude, I could definitely see them fighting.
And it's rumored that the next time we're going to see Tom Holland as Spider-Man is going to be in Fantastic Four in 2024. And we also know that there's a piece of the symbiote left behind on Earth 616 from the end of No Way Home. And that piece of symbiote will probably go on to Tom Holland and create the black suit. And maybe this will happen at the end of the Fantastic Four movie.
Okay, when we see Tom, Andrew, and Toby on screen again together, that's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I think that moment alone, right? We already know like how it made us feel at No Way Home.
Oh, yeah.
But if they just pull that off, it'll be amazing. Like,
I know.
Even though Secret Wars is supposed to be like everybody, if they can just make sure Toby and Andrew are in it, I think that'll be a huge win.
Yeah, especially if Toby has to try to convince Tom not to use the symbiote.
I think that would like be fitting. I feel like because like Toby's like the dad.
Right. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine that like Andrew's like the middle brother, so he's gonna try to have to pick a side, and like we know they put the Venom in the MCU for a reason.
Yeah. So this next part of the podcast is where Leia will come on and talk about a real life story, and we have to decide who's right and who's wrong. It's a real life one. So this is some drama.
Yeah.
This can make or break some friendships.
Oh yeah.
So here comes Leia.
Woo! Leia!
Whose side are you on?
Whose side are you on? Is the girl right or wrong? Am I wrong for telling my brother's girlfriend about her body odor?
Oh.
So, my brother's girlfriend has a body odor problem. Everyone in the house makes backhanded comments and remarks when she isn't in the house, but no one will say anything to her. When she stays over, you will smell the odor throughout the house. I don't know if it's a medical thing, then okay, I'll admit it, I'm wrong. But this is all the time, even after she showers. Today I got home and all I smelled was BO. So I thought I would be a decent person and tell her. And that's when I pulled her aside in private and spoke to her. I told her I am not doing it in spite nor malice, and I was telling her as a friend. She has now went and asked everyone if she smells before storming out of the house. I have received numerous text messages and missed phone calls, but everyone would complain about it, saying it's all my fault. Am I wrong for bringing it up to her? Whose side are you on?
Dang. That is a very... Man, I don't know.
Honestly, like if I was the girl with the BO problem, I would want somebody to tell me, like honestly, but
you would want someone to tell you even though it's embarrassing.
I would want someone to tell me so that I could fix the problem, so that everyone else after that, whoever I come in contact with, I will be able to fix it and I wouldn't smell.
What's really strange is that after she showered, she still smelled.
That's what. Well, maybe it's a health thing. Maybe she got offended.
Oh yeah, maybe. Oh, so you're saying how like she knows that she has it, but
she might be expecting other people to know she has it. But it's like kind of like a touchy thing to talk about, right? But it might be a health condition.
Yeah, but I feel like if it's a health condition, she should tell the boyfriend and be like, "Look, honey, can you just tell your family like the reason why I smell is because of this health reason?"
Yeah, I guess.
That's true.
It also depends on how long they've been together, because I feel like in the beginning, right, you're still getting used to like everybody and all the family, and like that would be embarrassing. But if you've been together for about a while now, then I think you'd be more comfortable, right, telling them something like that.
You know what though? I might take back what I said, because didn't she go around asking if she smelled? If she had a health condition, she would know.
Yeah.
True.
So she's going around saying like, do I smell? As if she didn't know she smelled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny about this story is the perspective is basically because Ryan and I are dating, and Daniel would be the one, let's say, to like.
He would say to Leia, "Do you smell? Why do you smell?"
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I probably would say it, because I mean I'm close enough to Leia. Like I'm like, I'll just be like, dude, you
but in the beginning though, let's say we weren't dating.
For?
If it was in the beginning, I would obviously tell Ryan like, hey, dude, your girlfriend kind of stinks, man.
Yeah. Okay, it didn't say how long, so that's the part that we don't know.
Well, I would assume they've been dating for a long time, just because for the girl to like the sister to have enough courage and like enough awareness to want to tell the girlfriend, they've been dating for a while. There's no way. You know what I mean? There's no way.
I don't know. There's some people out there that'll just want.
I mean, true, but I feel like she's definitely known her for a while.
I hope so.
But she also is the type to write a whole Reddit story too, so.
But it also depends on how she told her.
Yeah, if she's just said like, "Hey girl, like we're close. I just want to let you know like."
Yeah, she said I don't want to do it like in Norse like or something like I don't want to do it out of malice or out of spite, but I'm just letting you know, like, you smell.
That's how she said it?
Mhm.
Okay, as long as she said it that way. Actually said it that way.
We don't know how she really
Yeah.
said it.
I know, this
thought I
is a
had
little bit hard.
In my opinion, the girl who wrote the story, who told the girlfriend, I would be on her side.
Yeah, same.
I think so too, because me being the girl with the BO, I would want to know so that I could try to fix it.
And you wouldn't go, okay, this is where she went wrong, the girl with the BO, right?
Okay.
She shouldn't have gone around to the family and said, do I smell? Do I smell? Right?
Yeah.
You should have just took it and just be like, okay, thank you. And then go home, scrub a little harder, and come back tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Or wear some extra deodorant or something.
That's so funny. Scrub a little harder.
So we're on the story writer's side.
Yeah. She did a good deed.
All right. Thank you, Leia. Woo! Dang, that was a really good story. Like I don't know what I would have done, but I guess like if you had a girlfriend that was like really smelly,
Yeah.
I would probably tell you first.
Right. That makes the most sense.
Yeah. Because it is really strange that she went to the girlfriend and said, "Hey, I think you smell."
Right.
When she could have just gone to her brother, who she's known all her life, right? And just tell him like, "Look, I don't want to embarrass your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Go talk to her. Give her some of your Old Spice, you know? You know, take a little swig."
Yeah, because when you think about it, it's like, why did you go tell her? Like,
Yeah.
you should have just had your brother, the one that's her boyfriend, tell her.
Right. And then that would be less embarrassing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure the girlfriend would rather hear it from the boyfriend than hearing it from the boyfriend's family.
100%. 100%.
I would have loved to see the parents' reaction when the girlfriend goes up to them and says, like, "How do I smell? Do I smell to you?"
Yeah, and then she just storms out of the house.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, if you made it this far in the podcast, thank you so much. And also hit the like button. If you like these videos, please give it a like. Boop. Hit it, make it go like.
Give it little fireworks.
Yeah, it does. It gives fireworks now when you hit the like button.
I know.
Hey, if you don't believe me, hit the like button and I guarantee you'll see fireworks on your phone. There's a theory that it's true. Also, comment what you want to talk about next week. As you guys saw throughout this video, we use your guys' comments and suggestions. And also, we'll see you tomorrow on TikTok. And we'll see you next week, Friday, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. And my birthday is August 3rd.
Your birthday is coming up.
And every year, we do a giveaway on our birthdays. Well, we forgot to do one on yours. But this year we will. But on August 3rd, we'll be doing a giveaway. Stay tuned for it. It's going to be on IG. We'll be giving away. Should we show them what we're going to give away?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, no. Not yet.
Not yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. It's a pretty it's actually a really rare collectible.
Right.
That if you're a Marvel fan,
You're going to really appreciate it.
you're going to really geek out over it.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. We found this we got it at Comic-Con.
At Comic-Con. Our first Comic-Con.
At our first Comic-Con. So we wanted to give you guys something that really was like meaningful to us.
Yeah.
And I think when you see this, you're going to be like, "Oh, wow, like I want that."
Yeah.
So we're going to be giving it away on our Instagram. So make sure you check it out and follow us on Instagram if you haven't already. So we'll see you guys tomorrow on TikTok.
See you on the TikTok.
God bless you guys. See ya.
Love ya.